Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive into Hanna, Alberta. This time you've sent us a whole bunch of different stuff, like meeting minutes, news articles, even a job posting or two. So we're going to put it all together and, like always, figure out just what's going on in our town.
Oh, yeah. It's like we're all sitting down for coffee at the Husky,
Yeah,
catching up on all the latest.
exactly. So,
Yeah.
first off, music in the park. Always a good time.
Oh, yeah. Over 750 people came out to Music in the Park this year. And it was all put together by Gwen Snell. All volunteer work.
Really goes to show you her dedication. And she's already booking for next year, too. But
Mm.
she did say there's a real need for more vendors.
Oh, that's a great opportunity for someone. I mean, imagine, setting up a little food stand
Yeah.
or selling crafts right in the heart of the park with the music and everything.
Yeah, what kind of businesses do you think would do well there? I mean, we do usually have a lot of families and kids running around during music in the park.
Right. I'm thinking face painting, maybe a popcorn stand, or even one of those bubble wand things. Those are always popular with kids.
Maybe one of those fancy lemonade stands.
Ooh, yeah, with elderflower and lavender, all those fancy flavors.
That's the stuff.
See? This is what I love about these deep dives. All these little possibilities.
Speaking of possibilities, this one kind of blew my mind. The town's been using AI to create a podcast.
Wait, really?
Yep.
So we're AI talking about the town using AI to talk about the town.
I know, right? It's crazy.
It's meta.
It really is. And you know what? It's actually been a pretty big success. Even CBC Radio did an interview on it.
Wow, they must be impressed with how forward-thinking Hannah is.
I guess so, but
Yeah.
let's get back down to earth a bit. Remember all that talk about a four-way stop?
Oh, yeah. That was a hot topic for a while.
Well, it looks like they're putting that on hold for now.
Really?
Yeah, they want to see how the downtown area settles after the construction is done.
That makes sense. Let people adjust to the new traffic flow and all that.
Right. And then there's the bylaw officer position.
Oh, right. There was talk about maybe getting a peace officer instead.
Well, the council ultimately decided to stick with a bylaw officer. And actually, they're hiring right now.
You don't say.
Yeah, so if anyone listening is looking for a new opportunity,
I bet it'll keep them busy.
for sure. Now, this is always a sensitive topic, but it's about how the town spends its money.
The budget.
You know how some people worry that the town doesn't do enough to support local businesses?
I've heard that.
Well, the council's putting together a new purchasing policy to really make it clear how they spend the town's money.
I think more transparency there is always a good thing.
And the mayor himself said that most of the town's spending stays right here in Hanna.
That's good to hear.
But, sometimes you got to think outside the box to really get people talking. Remember Nickelback?
Oh, yeah, they're from Hannah, right?
Well, not exactly.
Yeah.
But their music video for Photograph was filmed right here.
No way.
Wow.
I had no idea.
Yeah. All those shots with the old grain elevator in the main street, that's all Hanna.
Wow.
And guess what?
What?
The town applied for a grant to put up Nickelback-themed signs and even make an app.
Really?
Yep. Imagine, people could do a walking tour of all the filming locations.
No, that's pretty cool.
I know, right? It's a little quirky, but it could really put Hanna on the map.
It definitely taps into that nostalgia. Photograph is practically a Canadian anthem.
You know what?
It is.
So you never know. This could be huge for Hanna.
I'm with you there.
Well, we've covered a lot already. Maybe we should take a break and come back to see what else is going on in Hanna.
Sounds good to me.
All right, ready to dive back into Hanna?
Let's do it. I'm already feeling festive,
Yeah.
even though it's like November. But the town's gearing up for the holidays, and I gotta say, I am here for it.
Me too.
Okay, so first things first. Mark your calendars for Sunday, December 15th, because Skate with Santa is back.
Oh, that's always a good time. It really is. It's at the Hanna Arena from 1 to 3. Free skating, hot chocolate, and of course the big man himself.
You can't beat that. I bet all the kids get so excited to see Santa.
Oh yeah, it's pure magic.
Huh.
And then, after you've had your fill of skating, you can head over to the community center for the Christmas matinee movie,
What are they showing this year?
The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Nice. A classic.
And it's hosted by the Hanna Youth Club.
I love that. Giving the kids a chance to get involved.
It really is great. And get this, admission is by donation to the food bank.
So you can enjoy a movie and help out a good cause. That's awesome.
It is. It's things like this that make me really appreciate living in a small town. Always that sense of community and giving back.
Definitely.
Speaking of community,
Yeah.
sometimes it's the quiet things that really make a difference, like the director of the Society to Prevent Dutch Elm Disease. They were super happy with how we've been taking care of our elm trees.
Oh, that's great news. Those elm trees are beautiful.
They really are.
It's good to know they're being well looked after.
Yeah. Sometimes the best work happens behind the scenes.
Very true.
Speaking of behind the scenes, let's talk about Public Works.
Oh, yeah. Those guys are always busy.
They fixed a water main break, dealt with a sewage block, even got the RV dump station ready for winter.
Not glamorous, but so important.
Absolutely. Oh, and remember that new plow truck the town ordered?
Oh, the one they were having trouble finding.
Yeah, well, it's finally arriving.
Just in time for snow.
Yep. But there is a little catch.
What's that?
They're asking businesses downtown to avoid using salt on the new sidewalks.
Why is that?
Seems like the sidewalks are still under warranty, and salt could damage them.
Oh, I see.
Though now Public Works is trying to find alternatives to salt.
It's tricky.
Yeah, trying to balance safety with protecting the town's investment.
Well, hopefully they find something that works.
Fingers crossed.
Eh.
Now, remember that AI podcast we were talking about earlier?
Oh, yeah, that was wild.
I know, it's kind of crazy to think about, right? AI, talking about the town.
I know. But it did really well, I guess. Maybe it could inspire other small towns to try something similar.
Maybe. But,
Yeah.
let's get back to more earthly matters. The council's been talking a lot about the budget.
That's always a big one.
They've got all their meeting dates set. And they're even planning to revisit it in the spring, after they have a better idea about things like assessments and grant allocations.
That's smart, being flexible like that.
Definitely. Oh, and speaking of grants, they applied for a couple of interesting ones.
Ooh.
One is for a media team to promote Hanna, which makes sense. You know, we've got a lot to offer. But the other one, it involves a certain Canadian rock band we were talking about earlier.
Wait, are you talking about the Nickelback grant?
That's the one. Looks like they're really serious about those Nickelback signs in the app.
Wow.
I mean, why not? It's a fun way to celebrate a unique part of Hanna's history.
And tap into that nostalgia. You never know, it could be a big draw for tourists.
I think so, too.
All right, well, we've covered a lot of ground here. From Santa Claus to sewage blocks to Nickelback.
Only in Hanna.
But there's still more to explore. Let's dive into the heart of what makes Hanna special. The people.
It's amazing how much heart there is in this town.
Yeah.
You know, we've talked about the big stuff like Nickelback and the AI podcast.
Yeah.
But it's those smaller things, those quieter stories that really show what Hanna's made of.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, remember how construction downtown has been tough on some businesses?
Yeah.
Well, the town actually created a special tax rebate program to help those businesses out.
Oh, wow. That's great.
I know, right? They've already paid out over $7,000 in rebates.
That's got to make a difference.
It really does, especially for small businesses. It's all about that we're in this together spirit, you know?
Absolutely.
And speaking of that spirit, have you heard about Unstoppable Conversations?
Unstoppable conversations.
It's this new thing, a partnership between the town and the school division. Basically, they're bringing everyone together to talk about the future. You know, like how to best support our young people.
I like that, getting the whole community involved.
Right. And it's not just talk. They're actually putting ideas into action. Remember Gwen?
From Music in the Park.
Yeah. She was saying how they need more vendors. And it got me thinking, what if some of those youth-led businesses we were talking about could set up shop at Music in the Park?
Ooh, that's a great idea.
Right. Give them a chance to showcase their talents, connect with the community.
It all comes full circle.
Exactly. We support our youth. They bring fresh ideas to the town. Everyone wins.
It's a win-win.
Now, we can't forget about those who are working hard to preserve our history.
Oh, absolutely. The past is just as important as the future.
Well said. And one of the things that makes Hanna unique is our elm trees. Remember how happy the director of the society to prevent Dutch elm disease was?
They were thrilled with how we're taking care of them.
It shows you how dedicated we are to preserving our natural heritage.
For sure.
And speaking of things that make Hanna special, our arena got those new bleachers installed.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
They're even hosting some non-local hockey teams now.
Bring in more people to town.
Exactly. There's a real buzz around here.
Yeah.
Everyone working together, making Hanna a thriving place to be.
That's what small towns are all about.
You got it. That sense of community, that willingness to help each other out. You know, this deep dive into Hanna has been quite a journey.
It really has.
We've explored so much, the good, the quirky, everything in between.
And we've uncovered some real gems.
From dedicated volunteers to the town's commitment to supporting local businesses, there's a lot to be proud of here in Hanna.
And a lot to look forward to.
So, to everyone listening, if you ever find yourself looking for a little small-town charm, a dose of community spirit, or maybe just a good Nickelback sing-along, come on down to Hanna, Alberta. You might just be surprised by what you find.